this interview is reminding me of your film, and that it's very honest, very practical, and very educational. And I think you're doing a real service to people in that way, because most of my friends are filmmakers, and a big struggle is distribution, and it's very confusing. And the same way that you were very honest in your highs and lows and personal story, which even is continuing on as we speak. You're like, oh, I fucked up with that festival. Like, that's a very honest thing to say. And I think a lot of filmmakers are too afraid to talk about when they get burned distribution-wise. And then other filmmakers continue to make the same mistakes. So I think it's really important to have that dialogue. I think you're really helping people. It's very inspirational.
I think you have to be learning at all times. And I think you need to look below the surface of why something happened and figure out what all the pieces that had to come together to make something happen, for good or for bad. Like, you have to figure out the entomology of the beast that is the thing you created, and figure out, like, try and figure out why something worked or why something didn't work. I think that's really important. You have to put some distance and get a little honesty and look at your work and go, okay, why did this work and why didn't this one work? Why does the market want this sort of thing right now, and why was this not a success? I think the more honest you are about the work you're creating, the better chance you have of figuring out a way to make successful work. It may not work. I've said the word work like 14 times in the last. It may not pay off for you, but at least you went forward with education and an informed thought process. I think that's really important. I think the more your learning doesn't end in film school. In fact, a lot of people don't even go to film school anymore. But I went to a couple of them. I dropped out of one, and I finished another one, and then I taught at that one like 2 years later for a bit. But the point being is that, like, film school is only going to ever open a door for you. But once you walk through that door, on whatever path you're on, if you ever for a moment think, I know everything and I don't need to learn anything else, you're kind of full of shit, and you really need to take a hard look at your career and work even harder, because there's always room for improvement.
Hola, this is Gigi Saul Guerrero from Lucha Gore Productions, and you're listening to Without Your Head.
Hey, what's up? This is Jason Lee Howden, writer and director of Deathgasm. You're listening to Without Your Head.